20 fun and interesting Beyonce facts you never knew. Beyonce is a superstar, one of the biggest and the best in the whole world. But did you know all these facts about her? Lots of people claim to be Beyonce experts. They can sing the choruses of her most famous songs, but that doesn't mean that they are the true experts. Now we are sure that you are a super fan. So let's go through these facts and see if there are any you didn't know and see if there's any that you didn't know. Number one, Beyonce was once in a supergroup called Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child were super famous in their time and sold millions of records, with a fair few in the charts for good measure. Without Destiny's Child, millennial birthday parties would have been pretty rubbish. It's here that Beyonce really learned how to make a name for herself. Beyonce's dad was her manager. Some people find their parents a bit embarrassing. Some parents are just straight up cringed. But Beyonce and her dad have a great relationship, which is pretty important for the manager, one of the greatest talents on earth. Beyonce's dad took a 50% pay cut to work with her. Now that's a commitment. Her dad believed in her so much that he left his old job to help get her into the career she wanted. It was probably a bit of a no brainer, though, because even at a young age, she was already a star. What would you give up to follow your dreams? Her middle name is Giselle. She's the kind of person that most people know just by hearing a small part of their name. But she's got a sneaky middle name in there too. Not many people know that. Welcome to the clever gang of people that know cool things. Be welcome and take a seat. Giselle means pledge. It's a word with French and German origins, and as well as being a very nice name that rolls off the tongue, it's also super meaningful. After all, Beyonce is well known for being down to earth, honest, and trustworthy, almost as if she had pledged to do it in her name itself. Beyonce has been performing since she was a child. When she was just a kid, she was taking part in big singing and dancing competitions, which is where she learned that she had something special. Even then, her talent was obvious, so it only seemed natural that she would become the star she is today. Her nickname is Queen Bee. After all, and well deserved too. She only got that nickname after years of hard work, slowly making her way to the top of the pile. Except, unlike most royalty, Beyonce got there through her own effort. Well done, Your Majesty, you've earned it. Beyonce played Etta James in the movies. Etta James is an all-time superstar and music icon. Look her up if you haven't heard of her. She had one of the most incredible voices in music history. So it's only fitting that Beyonce was the person to play her. Beyonce donated all of her acting wages to charity. Well, and you thought she couldn't get any better. She can. After playing Etta James in the movies, she took all the money she was paid and gave it all away to charity. How nice of her. This shows that just because someone is famous, it doesn't mean that they stop caring about other people. Beyonce has sold well over 100 million albums worldwide. That's a whole lot of Beyonce. For example, if you laid 100 million tins of beans down on the ground, they would reach a quarter of the way around the earth. Makes you feel kind of small, right? But well done. Beyonce. Beyonce's younger sister was also in Destiny's Child. Well, not as a singer, but as a backup dancer and backup vocalist. Talent clearly runs in the family, but we all know that the show simply doesn't work unless there is the support of the cast and the crew behind them. Without the help of friends and family, it can be difficult to get anywhere. Even Beyonce knows that. Beyonce's first solo recording was with Jay-Z. It is also rumored that this is the first time they met, and we all know what happened next. Of course, Beyonce had recorded lots of music before, but this was the first time she did it on her own. They've now been married for a long time and started their own very talented family. She performed at Barack Obama's inauguration. An inauguration is when a president gets the official title of president. So it must have been a huge honor for Beyonce to perform there. Even more so because Barack Obama was the first black US president. Beyonce has spoke a lot about how we need to get rid of racism. So, nice ones. Feels good to be good, right? Beyonce is a feminist. She strongly thinks that boys and girls should be given equal chances to live their lives and that women should be able to do whatever they want with their lives, which isn't that much to ask, right? Beyonce gives lots to charities that support these works. So she's really putting her money where her mouth is. Good on her, we say. Beyonce is allergic to perfume, but even though she can't wear the smelly stuff, she's bought out three of her own fragrances for people to buy. How very nice of her. Everything else that Beyonce makes is brilliant, so there is no reason to think that her perfume wouldn't be too. We wonder what they smell like. Her favorite singer is Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, like Etta James, is an incredibly talented and famous star of the musical universe. Stevie is a brilliant pianist and singer and made a name and career for himself in spite of not being able to sing. No wonder Beyonce admires him so much. She's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There aren't many marks of success bigger than that, and in 2006, she was invited to put her name down on that famous walk. These fabulous stars are made of brass and set into the floor themselves, but which will last longer? The star of Beyonce's fame, we think probably Beyonce. Her favorite number is 4. It's the date of her birthday, her mom's, Jay-Z's, and the date they were married on. It must have brought her good luck throughout her whole life because she also titled an album in 2011 with simply the number 4. What is your lucky number? Beyonce created a stage name called Sasha Fierce. She says that she did this so that she could keep her stage performer different from who she is as a person at home. It also helps her get over any nerves she has before a show, but she simply goes into Sasha mode. Pretty clever. Beyonce's bodyguard once broke her toe. It happened there. It happened where there were hundreds of fans trying to get autographs and photos with her. Her bodyguard, who was probably quite a large, strong, and heavy person, accidentally stepped back on her